why is staying thankful, like, why is that so important to you?
I believe like heavily into like God, and when I find like I'm praying and I'm thanking him for like the things that he's already blessed me with, like we're so blessed to be able to like speak with each other and just smile and be happy. And
well, you've clearly built that standard of being thankful and grateful and everything for yourself, and now you're looking to help other people do that.
It all started from when I left film school. I got this opportunity to work with a charity I've been really wanting to work with for years. It helps girls get out of gender-based violence situations, things like any early child marriage, early child labor, unfortunately human trafficking, give them food, shelter, and a community to rely on. If you would have said, come and talk about the ocean and sharks, we would have been on here for 2 hours.
Talk about the ocean and sharks, Plummer. Like, just the fact that, wasn't it like only like 5% of the ocean has been discovered?
I think it's only 3%.
What is the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Don't seek approval when you're trying to progress in anything. Because if you're progressing and you're looking for approval, you're looking for that applause while you're still performing, you'll never finish your piece.
Welcome back to Off the Record. I'm your host, Jordan Rance. On today's episode, I'm joined by the incredibly inspiring Ella Plummer from Ottawa. Ella has a passion for growth, gratitude, helping others find their path in the entertainment industry. She has this amazing ability to see challenges as opportunities, and she believes that real success isn't just about recognition, it's about something else. Plus, she has a hidden talent for slipping into accents, cartoon voices, and at the drop of a hat, we'll talk about her journey, the lessons she's learned, and even get a sneak peek into a special project she's been working on called Elleva. As always, without Elleva.
Elleva, oui.
Okay, well, we'll get into like how it goes. Yes. Sorry, I should have asked how to say that. But yes, as always, without further ado, please join me in welcoming Ella to the show, and let's get into it. Ella, you're kind of just correcting me there, which I appreciate. Don't get me wrong. Like, that's,
no problem.
I needed that. One of the things, my goodness, is one of the things I should have asked you right there in our little pre-show conversation. That's good, though. That's how we can start it off well. So it's, how do you say it?
So it's Elleva, and why it sounds
Elleva.
French is elle is she, and va is will. So it translates to she will. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. I'm actually learning French right now.
That,
so,
and I am bilingual. Yeah. So when you give it that accent, it just sounds beautiful.
Elleva. Am I saying it? Like, is that Elleva?
Elleva.
Or am I overthinking it now?
You're overthinking it, but it's all right. Yeah. As long as you're saying it. Thanks for bringing it up. Thanks for that great introduction.
Hell yeah. Well, happy to have you here officially. I know it took a little bit behind the scenes stuff, but you know what? That's life. That's life. It is okay.
Behind the scenes stuff,
Yeah. Well, I have to ask you, before we begin anything, if you could live for a day as one of the cartoon characters you do voices, like, sorry, one of those voices you're able to do, who would it be? What character you live in as for the day?
Okay, like live in, like I am this character.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Costume and all, animation. Like, are we breaking
at least their voice is your voice, like your actual voice.
I like to create my own characters, but it sort of sounds like Elmo. I don't know if I'd want to live as Elmo, But for a day, if I could get away with it, sure. Yeah, I would do Elmo, or like a gremlin.
If it's not too much to ask, can we get a little bit going on the show?
Is it Elmo or the gremlin?
Whatever you're more comfortable with, whatever you're more like.
Well, I'm comfortable with it all of it.
Oh,
okay.
Man. Okay, just surprise me then.
Interview with the gremlin.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so this one's called Groi. This is how I give them names, so I'm able to like get into it quicker.
Yeah.
So this is Groi. Groi has a little bit of rasp, and you should do this on camera.
Like forms your face really oddly.
This is Groi, and Groi loves talk a lot, and he has a lot of stories, and yeah, he loves to sing.
I love it. Wow. Have you
Thanks,
ever
Jordan.
considered voice acting?
Oh yeah, tons. Especially
Yeah.
with having Matt as a teacher at
Yeah,
TFS. Like,
yeah,
how
yeah.
lucky. Did you have Matt as well?
I did, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, how
I'm
lucky we
trying to
were
get
to
him
have
on the
him.
pod, but he's always so damn busy with all his
Of course, he's always
booking.
on set. Good
Yeah,
for
he's always
him.
booking stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
But
But
yeah,
yeah.
he really believed in me, and I was really lucky to have him. And not just that, I had
Mm.
other teachers in term two where it kind of just came out when we were building skits.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just really enjoyed it, and a lot of people nurtured that talent that I'd brought to TFS, so it brought me to kind of want to pursue that more. So yeah, definitely into voice acting.
Fuck yeah. Cool. Well, your ability to do accents and cartoon voices is just like really cool. Like,
Thanks,
um,
Jordan.
what would you say? So, like, I mean, obviously, when you do those voices, that's probably, I mean, makes people laugh. It gives people this sort of, sort of like this. It's good reaction, right? What is it
Yeah.
about making people laugh? Like, how does that humor fit into your life? I guess.
Um, it didn't fit for the longest time. It was more just
Right.
something that I knew how to do, and I didn't really have a title on it. It was more just like this is something I'm naturally good at, but it was not something that was cherished at like school. Like it wasn't something I went out of my way to do. But
Right.
I don't know, I have a lot of siblings, so when I read them
Okay.
stories, I would just kind
Right.
of, put all my voices into it. And yeah, I just, kids love it. So, when I'm watching my siblings or cousins, they just enjoyed it so much. And then I brought it to TFS and
Yeah.
yeah, got to play with it a little more and got like critiques on how I could like make these voices better, which had never been a thing. So it was kind of just making it real for me.
Awesome.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess that's where that comes from.
Cool. And you're good at accents too. I remember your Australian accent is
Do
just
you?
on point.
Thank
And
you.
I'm specifically bringing up the time when we were in acting class.
Yeah.
I believe this was it term three?
Two?
I think
Or-
term two, three, something like that.
I think it's
Um,
term three.
you did the Australian like
Getting
was it
muddy.
you were in? Yes,
Yeah.
getting money. Yeah.
Yeah, getting
Uh,
muddy.
yeah.
Yeah. I
Did
was
you? How did that happen? Did you write
um
that? Did you?
yeah, I that's another thing I love to do and naturally found that I'm good at is writing little skits in
Yeah.
really short amount of times.
Right.
But yeah, that day I was working with Zara and we just came up with this like I don't know, little skit about this guy on a safari,
Yeah.
he's kind of like that type of like alligator man, so we definitely brought a lot to the character and then we just kind of went with it and it was
All
super
right.
fun and yeah, we had a catchphrase, getting muddy with it and
Yeah.
yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember
But
like that. You had the entire room just rolling on the floor laughing. So
thank you, Jordan. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's something like I think that's also how I kind of realized I was funny with like my talent of writing and then also being able to like bring those to life with the voices.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like a whole production team in my head, but I, I couldn't have done it without the people in that class. Like even you, like I remember that day, that was a really good day for me. That was one of the first days I had like got to do an accent, especially it was definitely a larger class and everyone had like really cool skits, but I'm glad everyone liked it at that time, because you don't really know how things are going to go,
Right. Yeah.
and
You kind of like take the
who was that
risk,
teacher? Was
so to
that
speak.
Julia?
It's I don't even remember what term. Like I thought it was. Do you remember Jonathan Whitaker?
Yeah, I do.
Because I thought that was no. Because when would we have
No,
done
that wasn't
those
Jonathan Whitaker.
scenes?
It was Julia. It was Julia for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I do remember having the camera in the room. Yeah, it
Hmm.
must have been. Yeah, I just didn't remember we had. Because I remember it was in that middle studio, the Studio B.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember weird small details like that. But, yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Why is becoming your own like cheerleader so important to you? Like your self, like a self cheerleader.
For sure. I think naturally I've always been really confident
That's
and
good.
with no like physical like especially with women, like growing up, especially young, like you're really forced to jump into this sort of image that you want to become, and you're not there yet, and you don't know how to get there yet. And at each step, I was just really thankful to who I was at each sort of chapter in my life. And it came naturally. And I remember just kind of like hearing my friends or people around me like doubt themselves so openly. And they just brought more, like something I say, like for me, like I'm Caribbean, like don't speak death. So when you speak death is like saying negative things about yourself. So you're putting that out in the air. You're kind of showing off your insecurities, which is, you know, we all have insecurities, and that's a given. You know, we all have gifts, and that is a
Yeah.
given. And I really wanted the people around me to understand the gifts that they naturally had in them, and then if they were speaking about themselves, to bring those gifts forward. Like, don't focus on your burdens and focus more on your blessings. And I didn't know how to phrase that back, but that's how I felt. So I'm glad
Yeah.
I'm able
Yeah.
to word that now. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's where that becoming your own cheerleader, and like even just finding a title for it, because a lot in life we don't really have titles for things that, you know, that we're thinking or how we live. And sometimes when you put a title on it, it helps other people understand of what how they're trying to go in these, or how they're trying to lead in these next chapters. And yeah, I just found myself like even like just at camp, at school, like everything I did had to do with like, I don't know. I just wanted to bring people close to me and live by example, but without really knowing that I was doing that, just by naturally being confident, and also being like someone who was definitely overweight as a kid as well. Like you definitely
Uh,
a lot, you either lose a lot of confidence, or you find a way to break through it and then continue into those next chapters despite your insecurities, right? So I was
yeah.
able to
Yeah.
do that really naturally. And yeah, I'm really thankful. I think that all comes from my mom, and like I'm really lucky to have like the women I have in my life. They're
Awesome. I love to hear
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, I mean, unfortunately, like for me, I was a bit of the opposite. I always struggled with confidence as a kid.
Hmm.
I'd like to think I'm certainly astronomically more uh, confident than I was as a kid.
Oh yeah.
I kind of tell people sometimes that, so like my last name Rance is not
Hmm.
my birth last name.
Okay.
So like I tell people that, um, so my I'll just say it. My birth last name is Jordan Allen.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, I'm learning more
but
things.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I do not go by that. So I always tell people that Jordan Allen died in high school and Jordan
Okay.
Rance is born uh, whenever
Can I
I
ask
graduated.
you, was
Mhm.
that like something, was it that you were insecure about your last name, or was it that you were trying to kind of embark on like a new version of yourself?
You know, I think it was a bit of both. Unfortunately, I think like the last name just has some history behind it that, won't get into that, but
Yeah.
it yeah, like it's sort of in order to be able to like find this sort of confident version of myself, because like I said, really, like in high school, if
Mm.
there was a high school version of me sitting right here, it would be like two completely different people, right? I'd probably be sitting here like super awkward, not really like knowing what to say or anything
Yeah.
like that, right? But now I think I'm a bit more, like, not saying I'm the most outgoing person, but
But
I'm
you are,
definitely
you
not
know?
shy.
No.
Um,
Yeah. And
like
even
the way
like
I
you having like this podcast and inviting like so many people, so
yeah
many like different people from so many different like walks of life. So
yeah
cool. You know,
yeah.
it's
I
a great
love this
thing.
podcast stuff. I mean, I've been wanting to do this for like it's like 3 years in the making, I think. Um, and I think this is
When you
what I
were
was
in film
talking
school,
to.
oh
What's that?
sorry, when you were in film school, was it something that you like ever thought of, or was it more like after and
Yeah,
you're like,
like
all
this
right.
was it was even before Toronto Film School. Yeah. Um, it's actually funny. So I think I might have been talking to someone else about this, but the reason that it took me so long is actually figuring out the name.
Mm-hmm.
I like any name I ever thought of just was either taken or it didn't seem original or
Hmm.
whatever. Like for the longest time, I had like the show was going to be called Uncensored, which,
Okay.
well, like it sounds cool,
It
but
does seem cool.
I mean, I don't
I
know.
like your
It's
name. I like this name. And censored, I find like I would have heard somewhere else.
Yeah, like it
You
seems
know?
like, and I was actually very surprised to know that it isn't. Like it's
Oh,
either like a podcast will either be something uncensored, something, you know what I mean, or that
yeah.
that type of deal, or it's never just uncensored. But I don't know. I mean, I guess coming to think of it in that way, I'm not 100% sure why I didn't choose that. But you know what? We're here now,
It's just what I
and
was talking about. Like
yeah,
sometimes we have the idea and like the passion, we just don't have the title for it yet.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, yeah.
literally.
But in hindsight, I love that I thought of off the record. Not to mention just the fact that anyone I've ever talked to has really loved the title as well. So I'm
Yeah.
glad that it has sort of happened
So
the way it
circle
is.
moment off the
Yeah,
record. Yeah.
off the record. Yeah, I love like working it into a sentence. Yeah, it's
Even just
cool.
the way you present it, like off the record. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, I mean, for me, right, like going through
Mhm.
that whole like transformation, I guess not to be so dramatic, but um, going from like having that literally no confidence to having the confidence I have,
Mhm.
one of the biggest lessons I've learned is to just be thankful and have gratitude for everything. Like I even
Yeah.
have thankful for those times that,
Yeah,
right, all the bad
exactly.
times, right, because um, it taught me everything and, helped build the person that I am today. Um, why is celebrating small wins and staying thankful essential to you?
Um, for one, I think even just like being excited for things, like I find like I'm my best version of myself when I'm excited for things. And
Yep.
it doesn't necessarily need to be the biggest thing. Like I call like little dreams. So
Okay. Yeah.
like some of my little dreams were actually I've done a lot of them recently. One was to just like hold a starfish, like so random.
Yeah.
Like I've
Awesome.
never seen one, and it's like my one of my favorite animals. And I was in Jamaica last year, and
Wow.
I'd been
Okay.
to that resort before, and I'd seen someone about to step on a starfish because when I'm on vacation, I'm in the water like
Yeah.
100% of the
You're
time.
big.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
another life, I would be a marine biologist. But anyways, I seen someone about to step on a starfish, so I like pushed their leg off underwater, and I grabbed it. And I'm like, no way! And it's really rare to find a starfish in that like neck of the waters, so
Yeah.
it was really cool and rare, and it was cool because it was kind of like swapping a moment for a moment. I'd recently got like a starfish necklace. People, all my friends know me like really deeply, so when they give me
Yeah.
gifts, like that's
All
why that's
very
another
meaningful. Yeah.
yeah, it was really meaningful. But anyways, I had lost that necklace in the ocean the same day, so it was kind of like trading an experience. Yeah, it was a really
Wow.
cool kind of an analogy for like a bigger moment. But yeah, I like to make little things like that special. Like, can you tell me your question again? Because I got
Yeah.
lost in
No,
that.
that's okay. Yeah.
Just a
That's.
magical
I love
moment.
it. I love it. I love it. No, I just asked you, like, why is those small wins? Why is staying thankful? Like, why is that so important to you?
Of course, like for someone like me, like I believe like heavily into like God, and when I find like I'm praying and I'm thanking Him for like the things that He's already blessed me with, like
Yeah.
we're so blessed to be able to like speak with each other and just smile and be happy, and it's kind of like this moment together where we're sharing and you're letting me reveal so many like amazing things that I'm proud of, and like I'm hearing your story through it as well, and like there's just so many things that I like to thank God for
Hmm.
every day. And I find when I've thanked him, and I'm actually truly thankful, He naturally does bless you with more because He knows, you're openly receiving and you're thankful for what you have.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
just very thankful to be the person I am and the people I'm around, and it really just brings you further in life, and honestly, it just makes your life fuller. Like being bored, like for me, like I don't know about you, but like I love to learn about like absolutely
Oh yeah.
everything. I want to
Yep.
be able to enter every sort of conversation. So when I'm
Hmm.
like even just thankful for meeting people, like you can learn like anything from anyone, and like it doesn't need to be from a book. Like people have the coolest stories to tell.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just thankful for every experience, every connection, and that's why I was really thankful for Toronto Film School experience. Like I met so many neat people, and
Right. Right.
like we had just our class. Like our class was from all around the world. Like that's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Exactly. Eh?
I'm from
Yeah. A
Ottawa.
couple episodes I had. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I had
and you're
Seth
from
on a couple episodes ago. Did you? Have you talked to him recently?
Oh, wait, say that again.
Are we
Who?
losing connection here? I just said,
I think, yeah, I think
um,
it cut out for a second.
that's okay. I just said I'd talked to Seth a couple episodes ago. Have you talked to him recently?
Oh, no way. I have talked to him
Yeah.
recently. No way.
Oh,
Oh my
awesome.
God.
Awesome.
I
Yeah.
didn't watch that. I didn't watch that one with you and Seth, but I would love to watch
No,
the
that's
one with
okay.
you.
Yeah. I mean, I highly recommend it. He says a lot of cool stuff.
Of course he does. Oh, I miss Seth. Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
Um, that's awesome. All these things you're saying, like, um, are all things that I have, sort of gone through. Maybe not to the
Hmm.
same extent, but, you know, um, yeah, like it's all just stuff that I really see. Like me personally, like I'm not, religious, but ever since I have sort of, I don't know, I guess you could say like broke up or broke apart with my old self.
Yeah.
I have really become very in tune with spirituality. So the same type of thing.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's definitely one of the things I've learned. One of the biggest things is just gratitude, being thankful. Because you had mentioned how it naturally could, um,
Push you further to things,
yeah,
more things to be thankful about, right?
yeah, 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 and I mean, like I've looked at it as it can open doors to new paths and new, just like
Yeah, it can
redirection,
put
right?
you onto
Like,
like whole new chapters, especially
yeah,
I find like it's just kind of like closing a book, like you're thankful for what you learned from that book. You might not read it again,
yeah,
but you know what I mean? When you go to the next
yeah,
one, you'll have that knowledge from the last,
right,
and that's
right,
just brings you further as a human. So you'll naturally get more of those moments and opportunities. Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I
yeah,
found.
yeah. Well, you've clearly built that sort of, standard of being thankful and grateful and everything for yourself, and now you're looking to help other people do that with,
Yeah,
Elva,
yeah,
Elleva. Oh no,
yeah.
I'll get it. I'll get it. Like I said,
No, it sounds great,
I'm
Jordan.
learning
It sounds
French,
great.
so the French accent is struggling. But yeah,
But yeah, if you want to know a
um,
little bit about Elva,
yes, yes.
it all started from when I left film school. I got this opportunity to work with a charity I've been really wanting to work with for years.
Wow.
But
Hey.
anyways, it's called Plan International, and it helps girls get out of gender-based violence situations, things like any early child marriage, early child labor, unfortunately human
Okay.
trafficking. And it gets these
Wow.
girls, yeah, it gets these girls into education. And not only that, it gives them food, shelter, and a community to rely on. And so that's something I started doing recently this year, and I've sent over, I think, 300 little girls to school from now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Awesome. Hell
and
yeah.
actually, yeah, it was really nice to be able to talk about it now. I usually don't talk about things till I've kind of wrapped up that chapter and I'm
Right.
able
Right.
to be thankful for it. But yeah, I
Yeah.
recently actually just got this ring for kind of just like just kind of making it like a special moment of like, yeah, I was able to send these girls to school and like, you know what, like being an actor is like one of the neatest things because it really
It
helped
sure is.
me. Like I was going door to door, like knocking at people's doors and being like, "Do you want to help these young girls?" And like, like people don't like to be bothered at home. It's a
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
thing to do, but because of like, I don't know, just my passion and I find I'm able to talk to like just about anyone and like naturally, like I hope when I say that, I am nervous inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when I like I'm thankful for even what I'm saying. I'm like, oh, I was able to like communicate that really well. And I'm like,
Mm.
okay, I'm gonna keep going and see if like how far I can take this. And like through doing that, like door to door sales technically, like that's a job not everyone wants to do. Like it's a lot to like I was
Yeah. Yeah.
in minus 24 weather trying to get these girls
Wow.
into school. Yeah. So it was a big thing and it was a hard and it was a really rewarding chapter at the end of it. And
Yeah.
I met a lot of people that I worked with. I actually taught master classes on how to like do sales because I got really good recognition working with them and being one of the top people in that specific office. So yeah, I got to
No
teach
way.
classes on sales. Never thought I would do that,
That's so
But
cool. That's
yeah, I
so
got a lot
cool.
of acting exercises. So that's why I'm so thankful for like our teachers, even like people, like students inspire me, like just little exercises that they would do, or like
Hmm.
even just like did you ever have that, like, I don't know, when you were in front of the camera at school, would you like naturally get ready in front of the camera, or would you do it before? Like, are you like breathing super heavy before you get on camera, or are you
Oh yeah,
really
like
in
I mean,
front of
there's
the
a whole
camera?
process. Yeah, like yeah, whole like
Mhm.
like getting ready. Yeah. I don't know if that's what you're
Yeah,
asking, but
yeah. Like I remember, like people at film school would go in front of the camera and like prep in front of the camera. I'm like, oh my God, I could never do that. Like I do
mm,
all my prepping in like silence. Like no one will see me prep, you know? But I admire that. And so that's what I started doing kind of when I was going into sales and trying to help these girls go to school.
yeah,
Yeah, it just naturally brought me to a new genre I didn't know I would embark on. And yeah,
right,
I'm happy. I've now completed that chapter, but I've moved on to Elleva, which is,
yeah.
I don't want to talk about it too much
No,
because
that's
I want to
okay.
wait
Yeah,
for moments where I'm like
wait till
able to
it's
like, celebrate
yeah,
it. So,
yeah,
but yeah, it's, I don't know what I should say about it just yet.
yeah. Well, you had mentioned how like one of the things that you said you went door to door, which that in
Mhm.
and of itself requires so much confidence. So kudos to
Yeah,
you, because
thank
even
you.
with the confidence that I had, I don't know, I'd feel like I'd go to people's doors and just like I but, but this is what's going like I just would not know what to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely good on you for that. Like, what was your success rate with that? Is that kind of how the how
Yeah,
you
no,
got it?
there
Like,
definitely was a success rate. There was, so it would be like a group of just even kids, like so many different types of people working for this charity. And you're just knocking, you give them your pitch, and then you
yeah,
kind of you're kind of trying to predict of like how they're talking. So I don't know, I was able to like predict of what they were going to say, and I got really good at being able to predict of like what their no was, you know? And
yeah,
then I was able to naturally kind of already put that in my pitch. I'm like, I know you don't want to donate at the door, but I can do it for you in this way. And,
yeah.
you do
Making it really
helping.
easy on them. Yeah,
Yeah. And then connecting things they love to how they're able to help, kind of make it a part of something that means something to them. Because you know what I mean? Like, we get people at our door all the time, and like a lot of
hmm,
people don't want to answer. You know what I mean? Like, you're entering people's space, like their safe
yeah,
space. So when
yeah,
you get to connect with them naturally, so I just try and connect with them, and and it worked. And it just, when you're trying to connect with someone naturally, like you're not trying to come off in any sort of way, people
yeah,
really like that genuine response. So I think
yeah.
I was really successful in that, and I'm happy I got to
Good.
do that. Kind of just showed me that I'm able to do things I didn't really plan to do, but
Yeah,
yeah, it was cool. It was really nice.
very cool. Very awesome. What so you like you still act, you still
Yeah.
do on all the things. I know one of the couple weeks ago you had said you'd gotten the opportunity to go on a set, which I
Yeah.
would like to kind of dive into that. How did that go?
It was a long day, but
A long day, eh?
yeah, we were outside and it was a hotter night, I guess. And this is actually kind of what I was just saying before, how it connects. It's a little bit of a story. You don't mind if I tell it?
Yeah, absolutely. Go
Okay.
for it.
Okay, so I was doing background on a French show called Ainsi va Manu years ago.
Okay.
And this girl, costume designer, was admiring my outfits. I don't know if you remember it. I like fashion. So
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Yeah. So she was admired my outfits, and like, I don't know if whoever's listening has done background before, they tell you to bring like three options of like
Okay, cool.
clothing that you can bring.
Yeah.
So I brought many different outfits and a lot of different styles of like different aesthetics, because it was a film of like, you're just playing like a high school student, and she admired my outfit. She even used my clothes to like dress other people, and she had recently messaged me, because I said I ended that chapter saying like, hey, I seen you like my clothing, and if you have any opportunities that has to do with like costume design or on any future sets you're on, please let me know. Like, I would love to be a part of that. And she messaged me recently, and she's like, hey, can you help me on costume design? And it was on a future film. And yeah, it was a really cool experience. I got to work with like young kids who are actors, so that was really cool to see, because it's part of something I'm trying to embark on right now. And yeah, I'd never done costume design, so it was definitely a learning experience. Um, but yeah, it was so much fun, and the catering was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Always
the
the best
catering
part, eh?
was amazing.
The
Yeah, the
food.
catering was
Yeah.
amazing, and honestly, like people, like that's why I say actors are the coolest people. I find actors know a little bit about everything because, like, say the sets they've been on, they've played a lawyer, a cop, whatever. Like, you actually do learn
Yeah.
about these things while you're on set. And, like, I think I was talking
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
someone who was a banker on set, and he was just talking about like all these really deep philosophical things, you know. And I'm like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
this is so deep. So I find like
Yeah.
yeah, if I had any advice to give for people on set is I've been on so many sets, even just as background, like just trying to get my foot into the door. And you're on, you could be in waiting for like 4, 8 hours, just kind of waiting for, you understand?
Yeah.
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 You can
Yeah.
be called on set. So try and talk to the people you're around, like despite if they're like 60, a little younger than you, like just connecting with people is so cool. And I remember I was listening for like a good hour and he was just having this really like intellectual conversation. A lot of people sometimes assume that like if you're younger you can't enter those intellectual conversations, and
Hmm.
I just took my time and really listened and kind of observed, and I'm like, wow, like these people are so neat, like the way they think. And I don't
Yeah.
know, it's a really cool room to just be in. So like my advice is to like if you're in the room, take advantage of when you're in the room,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
every room is a networking space, and not just to like
Absolutely.
take advantage of it, but I don't know, just truly try and connect with people, and you learn things about yourself, about like even if it has nothing to do with acting or being on set, and it could get boring when you're waiting on like an uncomfortable chair with like mediocre food, but set food has been really good recently. Like I actually post it every time because like the only thing
Yeah.
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 Yeah, the set food was amazing. But anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about the set food. But yeah, it was a great experience. But yeah, just try and connect with people when you're on set, and
Yeah.
uh, and make connections because that's how I got this connection to be on set in Hamilton, with these
Awesome.
like this beautiful group of people. And yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. Well, I have an interesting story myself, sort of on the same lines of this.
Okay.
I, a couple months ago, had the opportunity to go on the set and watch a scene being played out on Law and Order Toronto.
No
Um,
way.
so it's actually a funny story of how that came to be. Right now, I work at Starbucks,
Oh,
and
no way.
one of the like people I worked with,
Hmm.
her, I guess, like passion, I guess you could say, is she is what do you call it, script supervisor, like continuity, um, and like her dad is all like he's been doing this his whole life, or at least for a large portion of it. Um, so she got to work on the show with him as sort of like an intern, I believe.
Okay.
Um, and she knew I was an actor and was like, "Hey, you wanna come
Yes,
on the
that's
set?" Uh,
awesome.
Such a surreal experience,
Right? Law
just
and
to see
Order. That's a big
everything.
set.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you must know where Cruise and Tangos is in Toronto. Have you heard of that place?
No, I
That's
haven't.
Church and Wellesley ish.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a big. I don't know if you would consider it a nightclub, but um, yeah. So it was held there, like downtown Toronto, um, and they just filmed in the front.
Hmm.
And like originally, it was just supposed to be me going in for I don't know 10, 15 minutes, just getting a tour of it, um, until like I don't know a few minutes in or whatever. Her dad meets me and hands me a headset and was like, "You can stay for a scene if you want." And I ended up staying for like 3 scenes, and it's so cool to see that all play out. Not just for like how the actors do it, but like for me, like before I became an actor, I was very into behind the scenes stuff.
Right?
Like actually in high school, one of the more notable things I did was on a movie set thing that they did in high school where I was the boom operator. I did a bit of camera work and the editing for it.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, behind the scenes stuff has always been super interesting to me as well. So yeah, like that was like kind of like the best of both worlds, where I could see like my new I don't know career passion,
Yeah.
as actors, right? Like seeing them in their element, doing their thing. But also I was like literally around like so many people. Like it's actually crazy, like because
Right?
event like you would see. I don't know if that episode has been released since I've been there, but like I'll have to look at that actually. I forgot about that, but you know, in the episode you'll see it looks like it's just the actor and whoever they were talking to, right? But it's like here, everybody, people, lights, cameras, everything, and it's just wow, like
it's
just
surreal.
all the stuff that goes into it. Yeah.
I know. I remember feeling that kind of like out of body feeling where even like when you're on stage and you realize like all the people that are around, like this one person, like how brave you must be. You know what I mean? Yeah, but even, yeah, that's so exciting. That's so funny you say Law and Order because when I auditioned for Toronto Film School, it was a Law and Order mono. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, I have a question for you. If you could switch, or, okay, if you could switch positions with someone on that set, who would
Right.
it be? And if not, why?
Like, and if I would switch with them,
Yeah,
why would
like
it
you could
be?
be the
Why would it be?
director, the script supervisor, the actor.
You know, that's a really good question. I think I'd go with the director,
Okay.
just because you get to like work so closely with the actors. Like, I mean, would this be in the case of me having a acting background, or just I'm
This is
just a
like
director?
you, Jordan, they say, hey, like, do you want to direct? Or like you have any option, you can do
Right.
whatever you want. You have an
Yeah.
hour. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Like, now there's a
Yeah.
time frame, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more separate.
So yeah, if I had the acting background, definitely
Uh-huh.
director for sure.
Oh,
Because, and I think this is one of the biggest things one of the things I learned at Toronto Film School is that actors are the best directors. So
because you
if you have
understand both ways.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, if I
The
somehow got
director.
on that set and was like, oh my goodness, our director has an emergency, we need a
Yeah,
director, and I'll be like, what's up?
I'm your
How's it
guy.
going? Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
would have been so
awesome.
cool. I definitely see myself directing, producing in the future for sure. I want to um, become fully established in acting and book more stuff first, but
Mhm.
um, definitely down the road for sure.
That's awesome.
Director Jordan will be
Director
here.
Jordan.
Yeah,
In a couple podcasts from now, Director Jordan
yeah.
on the record. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we kind of we got through most of it. Man, these everything as you've been saying is been great. So I appreciate your time for sure. Um,
Thanks, Jordan. I've just been worried
rapid
about these rapid fire
rapid fire
questions.
questions. They're here. I'm trying to
Okay.
think like if there's any sort of thing before that. I think no. I think we covered it. I mean, you know, we kind of talked about Toronto Film School and kind of how that has helped in other
Yeah.
aspects of our life, which is good, which is great. But then yeah, these signature rapid fire questions.
Okay.
I love that I have sort of adopted this because
Okay.
it's it just sort of makes my show me and everything. But I
Oh,
gave
they're
you a little
perfect.
rundown. I gave you a little
Yes.
rundown of hopefully you kind of remember some of them. Um,
Hmm.
but let's get into it if you're good.
Okay. Let's get into it.
Let's see if you have anything else to say with along with the answers, by all means. But they are rapid fire, so if it's just a simple answer, that's okay too.
Okay.
What is your go-to comfort food?
Nutella toast.
Oh, that's such a good answer.
Yes.
Wow.
Like I I don't know. Okay,
Yeah.
there's short answer. I my toast, like when if I'm making a Nutella toast, like it is special. Like I'm double toasting the butter, like making it.
You put
Yeah, I
butter on
like
there
to
too?
romanticize. Oh
Oh.
yeah. Oh my God, you don't?
Oh.
Jordan.
No.
No, you
No.
gotta do
I've
that.
never. So you
What?
toast the bread, put
Oh
some
my
butter on
God.
there, and then the Nutella?
Yeah.
Oh my
I've
goodness.
just changed your life. If you do have
You
toast
have.
in the near future, please double toast the butter and then add the Nutella. It tastes like a beaver tail. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wow. I love that
Mm-hmm.
answer simply for the fact of how like specific it is because, I think a lot of people would just be like pizza or nachos or
Yeah.
whatever. It's like, wow,
No. No. I
awesome.
grew up with my dad. Like he's sort of a chef in
Cool.
so many ways, and like
Yeah.
kind of bringing like his Caribbeanness to each dish. So even to
Yeah.
Nutella toast, which is so like you know such a Canadian or like American thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
definitely made it really special. Yeah, for sure. I learned that from my
Awesome.
dad for sure.
Awesome. Man. Who's your first celebrity crush if you have one?
Oh my goodness. Um, hmm. Aladdin.
Okay,
Aladdin.
cool.
Yeah, a
Awesome.
whole new world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fly you all over the world and do all the
Oh, yeah,
things.
of
Yeah.
course.
What's a movie you could watch on repeat, like nonstop?
Whoa.
Never get
A
tired of this
movie?
movie.
Hmm. I can only say one.
Could be a couple.
Okay, Spiderwick. Big Fish.
Spiderwick?
Spiderwick, yeah.
I've never heard of it.
You've never seen Spiderwick?
No. I'm
Oh my
terrible with
God.
movies, so forgive
No,
me.
that's all
There's a lot
right.
of
I
movies I
hope you
haven't seen.
watch it. It's a great movie.
Spiderwick.
Spiderwick?
Okay.
Yeah, Spiderwick and Big Fish. And I'm trying to think. If you were to say show, I would have said Modern Family, but yeah.
Oh, wow. Modern Family, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a
That's
big
such a
show
comfort
person. I
show.
love. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Have you seen Friends?
No,
No? Okay, you have to
I've
watch
not.
Friends. That's a good one. Um, However, the number one comfort show for me
Okay.
actually just came into my life a few years ago. Have you seen the show Superstore?
I was gonna say Superstore. I love Superstore. I love
Okay,
Glenn.
good, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Who's
has
your favorite character?
man, I'd say probably Garrett.
Garrett, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's so like he can just the way he delivers his
He's
lines is
clever. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I feel like that's really him too.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm ready for the next question.
Yeah, I'm looking at him. If you weren't, oh, actually, you had actually kind of answered this earlier, but if you weren't in the entertainment industry, what would you be doing? I think you said a marine biologist.
I sure did.
Yeah,
100% a marine biologist.
yeah.
I remember I think there was like a day when I was younger that I realized there's two things I want to do in life and it's marine biology and acting. And I feel like I've definitely added more energy into acting, but
Hmm.
I'm getting my PADI license soon.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
I kind of realized after like marine biology is definitely you're definitely more in a lab where I wanted to be in the ocean, like
Yeah.
kind of discovering things on my own. So, yeah, I think scuba diver instructor might be in my near
Oh,
future.
okay.
Oh,
Awesome. I've
yeah.
been scuba diving once, but only in like a it was like a super deep pool, like
Cool.
a
Yeah.
yeah. 'Cause this is gonna sound so stupid, but I have like the worst fear of like weird fish. And if my mom is seeing this episode, which I think she watches all of them, but
Oh, I
her and I
love
are the
that.
same in that aspect. Like these weird, like scary looking fish. Oh my goodness! Like I couldn't imagine just like being down in the ocean and just I don't know
What?
some weird
That's
thing
like
with
that's like my
big
favorite thing
sharp
to
teeth
do.
comes and charges at me or something. Oh, that would be
That's my dream. To honestly, if you were to ask like what's my biggest dream, and I call it a little dream, is to swim with sharks.
oh my
Yeah,
goodness. Like I don't know how you
100%.
could like respect to you for sure, but
It,
man, ah,
yeah,
like I have
I really want to.
considered I have considered like if I ever had the opportunity to like go down in that big cage,
Mhm.
like to see them kind of swimming around me, I guess.
No, that's I would hate that. You know what? Oh my God. If you would have said come and talk about the ocean and sharks, I we would have been on here for 2 hours. I was about to say something, but
Talk
you know
about the
what?
ocean and sharks, Ella Plummer.
Oh my God. Okay. You know why that cage, being in a cage is so dangerous? Because sharks have this kind of like, I don't know, lack of a better word, but they can sense like the waves in the ocean from that like metal frequency. So
Okay.
it annoys them because how they find like fish and whatever they're hunting from far is from that. And plus, you're feeding them. Like they're feeding them at the
Yeah.
same time. So
Okay.
you're
Yeah.
pretty much associating these people on vacation with food. You know what I mean? So if I could free
Yikes.
dive with a shark, that I think that's the safest way to do it. I know like not a lot of people would think that, but
Yeah.
oh my God, Jordan, the amount of shark documentaries. Shark Week just passed. Yeah, I love sharks. But
Are
anyways,
you a fan of the Jaws movies?
Yes, yes and no, and I'll tell you why not. I love Jaws, like I love a good like horror. I call it a horror comedy because it's so unserious, but
Yeah.
it gave sharks a really bad rap. Like
Mm.
sharks don't go out of your way to come and bite you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's like for me. Like I grew up, I had a python for like maybe 12 years, and
Wow.
like so I think maybe that's like why I'm naturally not that fearful of things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, like snakes don't go out of their way to go and bite you unless you're in their bubble. And like we're
Yeah.
people, like you want to
It's
shoot
like a
people off and you're in their
self-defense
bubble
thing.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a normal thing. Oh,
Yeah.
and this is an analogy I wanted to say. Picture like a pit bull with a shark. You know what I mean? Like a cute little pit bull. If you pet them, you know what I mean? A little baby pit bull, and they nip you. You're not going to think too much of it. It's just a cute little puppy. The cute little sharks are curious. They're curious creatures. So when they're coming up to you, they might nibble you a little just to like see like how you
Yeah.
react. But they're not trying to hurt you. They're just cute little puppies inside. And
Yeah.
I love sharks. I know a lot of
Yeah.
people don't share that opinion, but yeah, I love
Well, I
sharks.
think like unfortunately, just a lot of the movies out there have really sort of like I don't know if demonized is the right
Demonized
word,
sharks.
but just sort of made an yeah, they've made an enemy out of the shark, right? You know, I think of the
Well,
movie,
literally the word
you've
jaws.
ever
Like
seen
you're gonna get
well,
munched
yeah.
down by a shark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like have you seen Soul Surfer?
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a
See,
movie I
like
could
I
watch.
think watching that movie as a kid like was my biggest mistake in terms of like getting
Mine
that
too.
opinion on sharks cuz
Yeah.
yeah, like ever since then I was like, yep, well there's just no way that I'm going into the ocean and yeah, cuz
Yeah. I get that. That is so valid, Jordan. Like, I totally understand what,
it's not
like,
valid, Ella. I gotta just trust. I gotta become friends with the sharks. Yeah.
yeah. Hey, I could say this in my first time. Like, my opinion might change from my experience. So, maybe, who knows?
What
Yeah.
would you do though? Like, because I mean, would they ever? Would they ever like just eat you by accident or like bite
Like,
you by accident? Like, I feel like
yeah,
that
they
has
could
happened.
definitely,
Like,
oh, for sure. Like, of course they could bite you, like, by
mm,
accident. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
I think it's more like sharks don't want to, like, eat people as food. Like, that's another thing that Jaws, like, really.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like of
yeah.
course, like like people are gonna look at like hear this and be like, yeah, they do want to eat you as food. I'm like, yeah, like if and the blood thing too. Like I've watched a documentary where it's like, what do they smell more? Is it blood? Is it like urine? What is it? And it's urine. So
Oh,
there's so
okay.
many
So
misconceptions on
don't pee in the
sharks.
ocean while you're around them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that no, yeah, don't. But I don't know. I don't think they go and bite you. I think they more just like investigate. Like we're in their territory when we're in the
Yeah. Well,
water, right? It's
exactly. Yeah.
not our
Yeah.
territory.
Yeah. Yeah.
So. I guess, there's so much we don't know about the ocean, so that's what I've learned
Oh,
from
man,
them.
just that one thing you just said, for me is something I could talk about forever. I've watched
Right?
so many videos about like just the fact that isn't it like only like 5% of the ocean has been
I
discovered?
think it's only 3%,
Three
but
like just some small number.
very
Like
small.
just to
Yeah.
think what is out there that
Yeah.
no human has ever seen or experienced like oh my goodness.
That's so neat. Like, imagine in 100 years, like the fish they'll find, or not fish, like some new
Yeah.
creature.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there could be a species of fish out there that we have zero knowledge of,
Knowledge
you
about.
know?
Yeah. Wow. Or hopefully a mermaid, but
Yeah, just mermaid just
yeah.
comes swimming along
Yeah.
someday. Um, well, cool, awesome, great stuff. All about oceans and
Yeah,
good
I know we
stuff.
changed
Oh,
topics
actually,
there.
one thing I wanted to say about that is, haven't they said that like killer whales or what are they called? Orca whales? Aren't they more
Or,
dangerous
I
than?
mean, it's in the name. Like I would say killer
Yeah,
whale.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move away. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Killer whales, I think I'm really actually scared of killer whales. That is not a little dream of mine. Like, I do not want to swim with
Yeah.
killer whales. I think
No.
there was a Marineland incident when I was younger. I think, do you know, is Marineland closed?
I have no idea. I remember seeing
I
the
think,
commercials all the time as a kid, but
yeah, those
I don't
commercials do not show up anymore. I think
know,
because
eh? Yeah.
people really realize, like, I mean, the
Maybe they
dolphins
did close
were.
it.
I think they did. Like it would be kind of like I don't know. It's a great experience when you realize like oh you can see all these creatures up close, but it's
Yeah.
so sad for their actual
If
reality, you know?
well, they're just
So
trapped in that little, you know.
little pool.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, it is sad. But I don't know. I don't know where we were going to, but I don't know if we're in England.
No, I just wanted to bring that up quickly about because I was thinking about that when we were talking about sharks. I'm like, well, what's more
Yeah.
dangerous than a shark? And then I'm like, haven't they
I
said
would
that?
say killer whale.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because those will probably like just go out of the way to, I don't know, eat
They
you. Or,
hunt. So like they hunt
yeah,
for have you seen
yeah,
those videos? Like with the da 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 music and you can just see them.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Man,
I
I
love
would
that.
not be on want to be on the receiving end of that.
No.
Since we were talking about oceans and everything, I think I might know the answer to this next question, or like generally
Mhm.
speaking. But what is your dream place to travel?
Oh.
I would assume it
Mm,
would have somewhere to do with an ocean, but it
it
could not be. I don't
would.
know.
I would, you know what? Yeah, it would be. I have a couple places, but definitely Zanzibar in Africa.
Wow. Okay.
And yeah, I would say Zanzibar, and I would also say Italy and Australia for sure.
Mm,
Australia for obviously
yeah.
beautiful coral reef. And yeah, the coral gets bleached all the time, so you never know. Like if you wait 20 years to go to Australia, like you might not see all those beautiful colors in the water. So I definitely want to do Australia soon for sure. But um,
Okay.
but yeah, what's your dream place to go
Yeah.
travel to?
Oh man. Italy is a solid answer. I don't know if that's
Right?
like my dream place. That's definitely a place I want to go for sure. Um,
I think the
I don't
ambience
know.
will just probably be beautiful
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Like when I think of Italy, I think of Venice particularly.
Mm,
Like I would want to go to Rome as well. Um, but um,
Rome would be gorgeous. Wow.
yeah, yeah. But I think just the aspect of Venice, of everything being like the road is, well, the road, quote unquote,
Hmm.
is like water.
Yeah, and I think all the buildings, I feel like I have this photo in my head of Venice. Like there's so many like colorful little like
Hmm.
homes and
There's
yeah,
so
it's
much
just beautiful,
history and like I feel like you could just learn so much by going to a
right?
place like
Would you go
Venice.
there for
Yeah.
like a week or would you like live there?
Oh, it would have to be at least a week. Yeah. It
At
would have to
least
be
a
at
week.
least a week, but probably longer. Yeah.
I love that.
Um, what's the weirdest talent you have besides voices?
Mm,
If you have.
weirdest talent I
Weirdest
have.
as in a good way. I don't want to make that sound like it's a bad thing.
No,
Weird,
no, no.
most
I hope.
interesting talent you may have that
Okay.
is besides voices.
Hmm. I would say hula hooping.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice, cool,
You
awesome.
know, that is an odd one I have, I guess. Like odd, but yeah.
Yeah,
More with like hand tricks and stuff like that. But
right,
yeah,
right, right.
I remember seeing this girl in Ottawa. We have something called Busker Fest, and it's kind of like carnies and like just performers in general, like showing off their talents. And I remember seeing this girl with like a hula hoop, and she was just doing like the most cool extreme things. And I'm like, yeah, one day I want to do that. So I would practice in my living room like all the time. Like in my head, I'm like,
Cool.
yeah, next year that's gonna be me. So yeah, hula hooping for
Yeah,
sure.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, on this one you might have already talked a bit about, but what is the best piece of advice you've ever received? And that could be about anything.
I would say about anything. I would say just lead everything with intention. Like, if you do have that time to kind of plan your new chapter in life, lead it with intention. And every moment in life, even if you're uncertain of the outcome, lead with intention. And one thing this is
Yeah.
actually, here's a piece of advice that I've heard from someone on set recently, and it really changed my perspective, and I caught myself doing it as well. Don't seek approval when you're trying to progress in anything. Because if you're progressing and you're looking for approval, you're looking for that applause while you're still performing, you'll never finish your
Yeah.
piece. So, you know what I mean? And
Wow.
yeah, is that's something I learned, and this is from the banker, I think. He worded it differently, but hopefully
Cool.
I worded it to get the message across.
Yeah. No, I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we all seek approval in life. It's a
Yeah. Oh,
natural
yeah. The
human.
validation. Yeah.
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 Just don't look for the applause and just look to be thankful at the end of the day.
Mm.
And when you have that kind of mixture of being thankful and progressing, you'll be thankful of your progress and not looking for that applause. And then you
Yeah.
can applause at the end,
Right.
reward yourself at the end, so
Yeah. Yeah.
have a full circle moment and actually feel like it's genuine and it's felt, and then you felt every moment in that chapter where you feel free to complete it.
Absolutely. Eh? Be your own
Yeah.
cheerleader, right?
Be your
Yeah.
own cheerleader, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Excellent. Great. Amazing stuff. Ella, it has been a lot of fun talking to you
I
and
can't believe
catching
it's
up.
over yet. I know.
Well, if you have anything else you'd like to say or share, the floor is yours, but no pressure.
I just want to say thanks for having me on the podcast. Like, this is a great
Well, thank you
opportunity
for
just to
joining.
catch up
Thanks for
with
coming on.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if
I hope
anyone,
all your
go
sorry.
ahead.
I
The
hope all your
connection is a
next
bit strange.
chapters. Oh, that's all right. I'll try and speak a little
No,
faster, but
you're
I
all
hope.
good.
Okay. I hope all your next chapters, you meet with just grace for yourself, and I'm excited to see where your podcast goes to. And yeah, I'm thankful to be on here, so thank you.
Cool. Well, thank you again, Ella, and anyone watching, listening, viewing. If you'd like to follow Ella's journey, you can follow her on Instagram at ella.lnp. That's N as in Nancy. The description, the link will be in the description down on the YouTube things. But then, yes, as always, be sure to follow the show on Instagram and subscribe on YouTube at Off the Record with Jordan Rance, and catch new episodes every single Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Once again, I'm Jordan Rance, and this is Ella Plummer, and we are out of here. Bye.